Allah, 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 Allah,
If you look, for
Allah.
example, in the night of the Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj, the ascensions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, when he returned, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he told him, see, his heart is very simple and straightforward. What to do? He said, I want to Jerusalem, and I want to heaven, and come back. They were excited because they thought, now we got it. They didn't know it's actually the programs being put in place because Allah, the mighty creator, the loving, caring one, He wants us to help us in our 21st century to understand this. So they said to him, the Arab there, we bid the heart of the camels 1 month to get there. And you say you want in one night? He said, yes, I did. So they call everybody, come, listen to this great prophet. Now we got him. So the first thing they said to him, okay, you describe for us Bayt al-Maqdis, Jerusalem. He said, no problem, ask. So whatever they asked, he answered. Gave him perfect. Now, this is, someone may think is actually maybe someone described it for him. Maybe someone told him. He said, I will tell you something else. There is caravans. They will be coming after such and such time. And one caravan in particular, they have lost this camels and something happened and this and that. So he gave him the proof. Because these people, they're not a believer. You see, we believe. But they don't. So they question, they want to. So he gave him the proof. So when they start waiting, after a few days, the caravan came. They told him, did this happen? He said, yes, it did. And all the event that the Holy Prophet described what happened to the caravan was absolutely true. So for this, if he did this, then when he said, I did the Mi'raj, the ascension to heavens, and he saw this and he saw that and he did this and he did that, the belief in this will be so powerful and strong that you have no doubt. And that is thanks to all the people in that time who Allah put them there to deny this truth and questioned him. Because when they came to As-Siddiq al-Akbar, the great Khalifa, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, radiyallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, and they told him that your friend, that means the Holy Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said he went in one night, to Palestine and came back. They said, he said to them, did he say that? They said, yes, he did. He said, فَإِذَا قَالَهَا فَقَدْ صَدَقَ. If he have said it, then it's true. That's why his name stuck with that Siddiq, the one who believed. So this is the heart of course, the prophets. Allah keep them not affected or disturbed, by anything. Even when you read the stories of Prophet Moses and Pharaoh, his heart is not afraid, but his mind is a little bit spooked. When he told him, go back to Egypt and speak to Pharaoh, he said, They look at me, I'm wanted. I just escaped from there, and he sent me back. This is a little bit, you know, just can you reconsider program? He said no. He said go because I will be with you. Asma'u, I will be hearing and seeing. Don't worry. So of course, you have to give him what you call a course. The first course, of course, is actually the tree flight, the burning, what do you call it, burning bush, and the stick he had, the stuff, and the things he did with it, and his hand has become like a sun as well. So all of this is a part of the training, so that he knows that Allah is protecting him, and Allah have a plan. But in either way, the true, of course, true knowledge is a true unveiling, divine unveiling, not you unveiling, but Allah unveil things for you through your heart. You start to know things. Actually, there is a very good practice if one could do it with the breath, and you could do it sitting or standing or laying down. But if you done it specifically for healing, so laying down, which is you breathe in the name of Allah. You breathe it and you push the breath inward. If you remember, we talked about you imprison the breath in for as long as you can. Allah, mentally with the breath. We'll experiment with sign. We'll lay down. Now, breathe and raise the book up. And much more. Push as much as you can. Try to push your heels to the ground. So you push your heels to the ground. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then yes. Push. But you would, so if your arm is side you, use your arm as well, sort of almost, you are, so you do it.
Can you take it all the way, push it from the head to the heels?
Yes. It's the whole idea. It's actually so the whole body, but just the first thing is to learn this, and then, because this is the reservoir of energies in here. So, and then you could start, do it in the heart, and you do all over the body. But that will give strength anyway. So the heels, as you get the back, and the buttocks, and you close your eyes and you have to visualize the name that you. So Allah, you breathe in. Allah, you breathe when you hear. And if you keep the focus on that name, this will inshallah do a lot of healing to the body, but also help. So as we said, the prophets of Allah, and also so many of the saints of Allah and people, when they enter a state of purification themselves, you purify the intelligence. Your intelligence become healthy. Does not have any doubt regarding Allah, regarding prophet, messengers, and things of this nature. As the purifications of the aqidah, your convictions on the realities of the Creator Himself. It is so strong and powerful that it transforms the consciousness of your mind and will open the heart. Because when we say the heart get affected, it doesn't get affected inside, but it gets dirty on the outside. If you think of the heart as like very powerful lens and get all this dust and purity on it, it does not see properly. So the purification's abolishing. So the Holy Prophet, may peace and salutation be upon him, he said that everything gets rusty. He said all hearts get rusty like the iron get rusted. They said how we abolish it. He said the remembrance of God, dhikrullah. So every time you say the remembrance of Allah, then you are, like taking the brass cleaners, till it's become shining, and then it's become more. I cannot say million times. You can't put a number. Imagine with your eyes you could see the sun, the moon, the stars, all these wonders. Imagine what you could see with the eye of the heart. You see the one who created all of this. Because the heart is the center, is the Hubble telescope of our realm. So for this siraj, the lamp, and the lamp is also, it is the outer light. So when you see, we could use, for example, analogies of the light. We see this light is the lamp. But where is this is the outward. But the inward is actually the electricity come from somewhere else. So people to say they discovered. It looks something was hiding under a rock or something. It is there. There is people of Allah, they hold a lamp, the bulb, and a light. Someone got the whole Christmas tree holding like this, and saying Allah, 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 and the whole tree is just going and going. You got about 50 or 60, lights on it. And one man was looking around, tried to see if there is a wire is actually connected somewhere. He said, "I'll make it easy. I walk around. You hold this, I walk. You come back. They're charged. They're plugged into the source." And you talk about what they call energy consumptions. One of our saints during the stopped by the police, and that's in the 70s, late 70s, And he was so furious that he picked up that his trousers, the rope they put trousers, use, it's not used as a belt.
Cord.
Cord, yes. He picked it up like this and it's become a phone. He's walking and got the army officer. Said, "This is Sheikh such and such. How dare you stopping us here?" He said, "I'm sorry, I can't see your number. Don't worry about number. Tell him to take it off from me." That's what they call on the wire. Huh? Not because we get conditioned and we think everything is firm, is solid, it is not moving, and then we become like that. And we lose so much. We lose the connection, the divine connection. That we'll be able for greatness. We are meant to be there with that greatness. And that's why we say that, some people look and say, mashallah, look at their, the light on their faces or something like that. This is because of the light inside as well. Same with the sarab. Sarab is the mirage. That's why Allah, He said, and those who have not attained to believe, their action it is like mirage. So their action goes forward. See, your action is ahead of you. He said, till he goes there, and he finds nothing. فَوَجَدَ اللَّهُ عِنْدَهُ. He finds God there. So, excuse me, wait, he said, I thought that's mine. He said, nothing. Yours is gone. Because it's not connected to me. So you read it as in Surah An-Nur. Huh? And this also Allah say that you look to the mountain and you see it, you think it is solid, jammed, and it is moving like cloud. So the spirit, when becomes strong and attain to experience the unveiling, and the eye of the heart will become powerful. See itself as like, also like sarab, not mirage. Mirage on the top of the water. Because then you see that all of the action that are performed by the self, it's in reality is performed by Allah. They say, you did not true when you true, but Allah did. So he will see what actually he was realizing. Realizing it is Allah is doing. Then he will see Allah. So the visibilities of that illusion is gone, but the realities of what he was seeking is the unveiling. Assalamu alaikum, ya Muhammad Noor. How are you there, brother?
Light.
Never late.
Alhamdulillah.
Never late. They say, al-mutaakhir. Mutaakhir meaning it is like staying behind, late. That's why they say some of the tradition the Arabs, before Islam, the idea of revenge is so powerful, ingrained in their brains, tribalistic vengeance stuff. And one of the tribe, he went and took a revenge after 25 years. And he took the revenge. When he returned, the head of the tribe, he was upset. He said, "Ajjalt." He said, "What's the hurry?" What's the rush? He said, 25 years, what's the rush? We are waiting, but we haven't put the... That's why they say revenge is a cold dish.
Yes. Yes.
The longer you keep it in the fridge, the tastier. So you have a revenge on the ego self. Slowly, you have to sneak up on him. Because the ego is a very notorious, powerful. It's more powerful than the devils, than a lot of things. So that's why it is half like determinations of a child. You will see a child, 2 years of age or something, and he wants something in the supermarket and he hold on to it, and he keep letting that siren go. Even, and you're saying, just keep it quiet, okay? You're smiling through your teeth, And so Sheikh al-Busayri, radiyallahu anhu, the Busayri poetry, we have it on the website. Saim and Hussein and Yasmin, nice translation there, praise of the Holy Prophet. But the poem itself, Qasida al-Burda, and part of it, it's a praise of the Prophet, Allah, and then deals with teaching, and then deals with specifically with the ego self. So he say that the ego self, it is like a child. وَالنَّفْسُ كَالطِّفْلِ. It's like a baby, child. شَبَّ عَلَى حُبِّ الرِّضَاعِ. He grow up loving to suckle from his mother breast. But if you wean him, he will be weaned. But if he let him, he will continue. I remember back home, we used to have kids, he's about 7. And he still, we play when he's thirsty, nobody there. He goes inside and he, take it, comes out. What do they call them? Meals and wheels, And if 2 children, different families, suckle from the same mother, they become brothers or sisters, or brother and sisters. So you could see how powerful the concept of suckling. And that's why the positions of the way you hold a baby, it's, your arms your hand near where we put our hand in prayer. You just opened, meaning your hand, both hand on the solar plexus, and then you open the palm of your hand before you. This is when you do it. It is actually the flow of energy in your body. It is more harmonious, more in a state of peace, and you don't get angry. If you do this, if you are upset, you do it, and you can't get upset for some reason till you put your hand down, and then you make a fist, and then yes, you are ready to go. Yeah? So it's an amazing thing. So if you're upset, you just go. Rockabye. إنسان is عجيب. So with this, what you mentioned about the mirage. So mirage, it is in one way, it is the illusions, but when the veil is removed from the spirit, and the spirits become conscious and knows what she is, the owner of the house, then she will not be tricked by the ego to see the mirage. That is me, we do this, and me, this, and me, me. But she sees that it's the witnessing of how actions actually perform through a divine help. As Allah is saying, He's created you, and wherever you do. So He didn't say, I created you, and you created your own things. No, but I created you, and whatever you do. But because of the state of forgetfulness, mankind start to do stupid things. So Allah, He sent prophets, messengers to say, wait, hey, this is not, it's not the right way. So you have to do it this way or that way. As far as the belief in Allah, in the oneness of God, it's actually ingrained. It is inside the heart of the heart itself, in the fu'ad. Fu'ad, you could say the fu'ad is the heart of the heart. So, and then the realization is also that the spirit, you start to know that the spirit, it is there because it is there, not because of by anything else. So it is not there and then is not there and then is not there. It is always there, and it's always been there. But just you have not made the connections. You have not fixed the scrambler in the brain to connect the wire from the body to the soul to the spirit. That's why they said, sometimes they explain it in stories, they say the spirit is the passengers in a carriage. The old carriage, you get a horse in the front, and then you get the carriage and you get the passenger, and then you have the driver. So the horse is the animal self, is the physical body. The soul is the driver. The passenger is the spirit. The spirit have communication with higher power. But the problem, of course, if communication not established earlier, it will be very difficult. You could say that the spirits speak Arabic, let's say, for example. The driver speak Swahili, and the horse, he understands nothing. Now, he speak to him, he tell him, keep going straight, and he doesn't understand. And they have an argument, try to get his head around what exactly the passenger wanted from him, and then he start to think maybe the best way, just the road look fine this way, is more trees, and the horse, he's thinking, well, that's a shortcut, it look like there's a lot of, I have feeling there is dogs and whatnot there, so I'm not going there. So it turns around the other corners. So you have these problems of lack of control. So no communication between the three, the passenger, the driver, and of course is the horse. So one of the Sufi Sheikh, what did he say? He said, have pity, Sheikh Rumi. He said, have pity on Jesus. Don't have pity on a donkey. Yeah? Jesus is the Spirit of God. He is the Word of God. So we are also the same, we are spirit. And Imam al-Ghazali, he said that the same, the spirit is the rider, the body is the horse, and the ego is the dog with the rider going hunting for illumination, for the state paradise. Now, if the dog is not trained, probably he will just be biting the leg of the horse. And the horse will be kicking and screaming, and he will throw the riders and do all kind of things. You can't do it. So you have to, first thing, you have to train the dog. So training of the dog, it is necessary. So you could tell him, go, fish, bring this, come, nice. And he doesn't disturb the horse, and you are safe. Another analogy is that the spirit is the guest, and the body is the horse, and the soul or the ego, it is the host. So the guest, he comes with the horse, and the horse, which is the ego, he doesn't even look at him. He doesn't look to the rider. He doesn't even take notice of him. And he just throw the rider somewhere and take the horse and just to groom, clean it, feed him, take him for exercise, but if it is raining, put a cover on him. And he's just fussing over and over and over. And then when the time comes to go, the spirit, which is the rider, is having a rough time, being treated like, like she doesn't exist. And the horse is fat and strong and having a good time, has been eating, apples and carrots and all kind of things. And he says, what did we do? And then when you say to the one who's supposed to take care of the riders, the ego, you say, what did I do wrong? Oh, I was looking after him. I don't know he's there. This is a look into the situation from three perspectives. So the Holy Prophet, he said that your body gets rights over you, so you have to look after it. This is the temple of your body, temple of your spirit. And the spirit need to know. The spirit in her, that's why a good bushwalker, they say when he walks in the bush, they always turn back to see the view backward. Because if you walk and walk and walk and then you turn around and you lose your directions. So the spirit, when it came down, it's a pure essence and is ready to join the body. But they have not experience of here. So she start to experience things. But sometimes that experience does not include spiritual teaching. So you're sitting in a barn and the horse sitting in the lounge. And then you say, what's, and then she go back. She's not familiar. It's the problem of the caretaker. So this is why the ego self, the animal self, Allah Almighty, He said that this nafs, because it's a breathing self, is not the rational self, is the breathing self. Because a person could be breathing, they say he's in coma. He's there, but he's not there. So his spirit is just hanging there. He says, come on, you're going to get up. So he's a nafs, that's why I call nafs. Nafs meaning breath. He's a breathing, but is not. That's why people say, yes, if you talk to a person who's actually he's in coma, he will understand. If he get up, he will know. Of course he does, because his spirit is not separate from him, but it has been stationary and around him. Because we have experienced someone here, he have seen this, he did. Yes. When I first did the first operation on my back, that's about 20 years ago, I said to the neurosurgeon, I said to him, do it nicely, I said to him, I'll be watching you. And he was really spooked. He said, don't talk to me like this, Ali. I said, I'm just joking. Let me do my job. I will do a good job, okay? Don't worry. Yes, if we're going to knock you out, well, some things must go somewhere. Yeah, where want to go? So this human, he's amazing. And this is why the ma'rifatul nafs, realizations of the self, or knowing the self, know thyself, is the first thing is, of course, is learning from our senses and then contemplating on, sorting things out. But the second stage, which is just the good stage, is that you must actually start to contemplate on what you see, the stars, the moon, the trees, the birds, and the sea, the oceans, and all these things that created amazing things. And then you start to say, there must be someone did this. So you reach that stage of questioning. There must be someone. And then you want to know that one. And this is where the spiritual teaching starts in the first. The first one, Allah is saying, let them eat and drink and like cattle. And this is not the purpose of man. In that level, he's nothing. He just eats and drink and sleep and procreate and then gone. So sometimes the earth does actually take a tax from them. Yes, because Allah He say to earth, which is the dunya, the one who abadani, worship me, be servant to him. But the one who serve you, make slave of him. That's it. It's very simple. So now you get the terminology of what you call workaholic. He's not workaholic at all. He's a slave-alcoholic. He's a slave. He's a slave, and they know it. Yeah? As the wife said to her husband, she said, I'm going to the rat race. She said, you like a cheese sandwich? For lunch.